Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Come on in. Hey, come on in, guys. Come on in, y'all. Turn that down a little bit so we get more straight. There you go. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Click like when you come in and share this so that I can get in the algorithm real quick. Hey, Miss Tish. Hey, love. Hey, the ethers. Hey, Chatahaya Bell. Hey, love. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, y'all. Hey, Chisana. Thank you. Hey, Omega Red. Hey, y'all. What is this? Come on in, come on in, come on in. Please click like when you come in so that I can get in the algorithm tonight. I am. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, Summer B. You missed it. We had a good time on the Zoom call tonight. You missed it. I'll fill you in. I have to fill you in because I have to send you the file. You have the file in your email though. Hey, love. Hey, Jocelyn. Hey, DB. Hey, Yank One. Some of y'all ain't never seen y'all before. Hey, Colossus 06. Hey, y'all. Help me share this, please. Help me share this out. Hey, G Beefly. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Halito, all the Elodium in the building. We're going to get into some stuff tonight. Let me share that I'm live. Let me get my link. Y'all please click like when you come in here. That's the only way I'm going to get this algorithm. Find my link. Let me find my link. So that I can share. Hey, everybody, y'all come on in. Click like when you come in here. Please click like. Some of you have to resubscribe to my channel because you don't get the notifications because you aren't subscribed. I got a lot of unsubscribed people, so that's a lot of y'all was unsubscribed. So please resubscribe. Give everybody some time to click like and load on in here. Give everybody some time to click like and load on in. Load on in. Y'all hear me okay? Y'all hear me okay and see me okay? Please put some fire emojis in the chat if you can hear me and see me okay. I'm kind of dark a little bit. I'm in my hotel room. I have South Carolina behind me. So we're gonna get into some stuff tonight. I'm gonna get into some stuff tonight. Please drop some fire emojis in the chat if you can hear me and see me okay. As I share that I am live so that the family and the friends could load on in here. Okie dokie. Okay. Load on in. Give everybody some time to load on in. So we can get started. Yes, South Carolina is in my background. You can see it a little bit. So yeah. A brother asked me to let me just share this. Let me share that I'm live before I get in before I start talking. Let me just go on share on live before I start talking. So y'all already know. God, I thought I posted earlier today that I was going live tonight. I didn't even. This is crazy. I thought so. There we go. There I go. Hey y'all, come on in. Load on in. Go ahead and click the like when you come in. Click like when you come in. Click like when you come in so that people will know that I'm live. Hey Demille, greetings to you too. Hey Turquoise Sky. Chuck HRH. Hey y'all. Hey Dakari Chewit. Hey Michael, can you see the great 1 mile from the DMV? Huh? Can see you, great one, Mike from. Okay. Oh, you saying you can see me? I just read that totally backwards. Y'all load on in here. Load on in here. Load on in while I share. Help me share that I'm live, please. So the family can load in because I got a correction to make. Somebody asked me to make a correction. So I'm make a correction real quick. Okay. There ain't gonna be no long ass drawn out correction, but I'm gonna make a correction real quick. As you all load on in here. It's about to continue sharing this on my platform. All right. That's me talking in the background to my greetings. Come on in, y'all. Keep sharing this on your social media because I'm going to talk about something very important tonight. So keep sharing this on your social media. That's what's very important. Thanks to my background DJ. Shout out to my DJ in the background. Shout out to my DJ. Hey, y'all, come on in, family. Hey, press play. Come on, click like, click like. Come on, y'all. Yes, keep sharing, y'all. Come on. Yes. Keep sharing, click like. Oh, I meant to tell them. Yeah, okay. So, y'all, I gotta make a correction. As you all load in, I gotta make a correction really quickly. Come on in. So, y'all remember when I discussed, I'm just gonna make this correction because somebody asked me to. YouTube let a glitch happen. YouTube let a glitch happen. Y'all, let's enjoy this moment. Let's enjoy this YouTube glitch. Let's enjoy this YouTube glitch, y'all. Cause y'all already know they coming. They coming too. I guess they coming too. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey CCVO. Hey, thank you for the super chat. Let's fold. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all enjoy this glitch. Wow. Wowee. Please screenshot it. Screenshot it. YouTube. Anyway, y'all listen. I gotta talk to y'all. So do y'all remember last week when NBC had made that little that was week for last. Okay, so let me start over. So a brother was watching my live. My brother was watching my live the other day, and he asked me in the comment section. he said, he asked me if I could speak to the people of Bucksport, South Carolina, about their land. Because apparently he's from South Carolina and he knows some people in Bucksport and he wanted to share it, but I was joking. I was joking around in the video, and I was kind of a little bit offensive because y'all know sometimes I don't care. Okay, sometimes I just say what I feel on my heart, and that's whatever come out. That's what come out because we're all adults, you know. But in this particular situation, okay, Bucksport is 30 minutes away from your hometown. Okay, and then another brother also left on my video that he was from Bucksport, in that basically it's some real ones in Bucksport if I'm pop out. So I'm gonna redo this, okay? And I'm gonna be kind so that the brother can screenshot this part of screen record this part of the video in an effort to warn people about Bucksport. Bucksport and the doggy whistle that the news put out concerning them. Let me do this before YouTube fix the glitch, because what, either they gonna fix this glitch or they gonna mess this video up and I'm gonna be all fuzzy and y'all ain't gonna hear no audio. The time people start talking about real subject matters and everything get a little bit weird. Everything get a little bit strange. Okay, so that was Dateline. Let me see, it should be in my let me just do this real quick because usually I don't really give a fuck about what people. I'm sorry. Usually I don't really like give a care about, you know, how adults are warned in situations. Because at this point, if people aren't seeking the knowledge for themselves, it's like they live in a die. So I'm gonna tell them about this, and I'm gonna get into some history stuff. And I'm gonna ask y'all for y'all help tonight on the subject we're gonna unpack here live concerning their history. So let me do this real quick, real quick. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Please click like. Yes, exactly, bitch. Exactly. They already fixing it. I told you, either this shit finna get real blurry, the audio finna be cut, or they gonna fix the glitch because they already know I'm live. Okay, cut your music. Cut your music, DJ. That's good, DJ. I appreciate you. Cut your music. Okay, so South Carolina's behind me. I'm going to attempt to make it to Bucksport. But I'm going to do this in a way that the people of Bucksport can understand. So here's a video from NBC Nightly News where they were discussing heirs property. Now, for the people of Bucksport, heirs property are what's called land patents. Okay, the Bureau of Land Management and the Department of Interior houses these land patents that you own. Okay, conversation get a little bit too real. You better hurry up and fix this glitch when the conversation get really real. Now, people who look like these people of Bucksport, South Carolina, these melanated people, they knew about this heirs property because you talk about it in your family. The government told you could not find the titles to this property. They told you that because they didn't want you to look into it. They also forgot to tell you that on the land patent, it literally tells you that you have heirs property forever. That same concept that you heard in your family, this is our property forever. That language is written into your land patent. Your land patent is the title that they're telling you cannot find. You can order those land patents from the Bureau of Land Management, okay, for a few bucks for residents. Here's a video of you all singing spirituals, you know.
The battles are fought through faith and community. People here can trace their roots back to over a century of life on this land, which has been passed down generation to generation, often informally, without a will. The legal term for that is heirs property.
It's always called family land. It was only after post-flooding that we understood that had a legal ramification to it as well.
Bucksport is in an increasingly flood-prone region. Back-to-back hurricanes in recent years devastated the area, and in 2018, Hurricane Florence destroyed Hazel Bellamy's home.
And that's that water line from Florence.
She found out she lives
Okay,
on
so
Ayers
people of
property.
Bucksport, that's all of the video that I'm going to play. Because this conversation is, I like those numbers that I first saw. But as you can see, the conversations get a little bit too real. My suggestion for the people of Bucksport and my warning for the people of Bucksport. NBC Nightly News did what's called a dog whistle when they were talking about your heirs' property. Okay, this.
She applied for FEMA aid.
They couldn't approve us for certain things. It was a nightmare.
Hazel's name is not on the deed. None of her living relatives are either. That meant they couldn't prove the land was theirs according to long-standing FEMA funding.
Okay, her name wasn't on the deed. Neither was her relative. Okay, that's because her ancestors in the 1800s, their names are on the land patent. So for the people of Bucksport who are having this issue, go to the Bureau of Land Management. It's going to cost you a few bucks to get the certified copies of your land patent. What you're going to then do is verify, okay, that is your ancestor. In fact, verify it before you even pay for it. You'll know that that's your ancestor, okay? Be able, via document, okay? Birth certificate, death certificate. Be able to trace yourself back to that particular ancestor, all right? Once you do that, take it to your local courthouse, okay? You may, in fact, I'm sorry, not local courthouse. You're going to take it to the courthouse that's on the land patent, okay? Take it to the courthouse of the area that's on the land patent, basically. So if the land patent is in South Carolina, you're going to take it. Well, we're talking about South Carolina. So these will be South Carolina land patents. So whatever county you're in, you're going to take it to that county, and you're going to do what's called recording, okay? You want to record that land patent. And what it do is it gets your ancestor, the one that's listed on the land, them back onto the land, okay? Then schedule you an appointment with the judge. And I know some of you are very woke. You don't believe in judges. Well, if you don't believe in judges, you don't believe in license. You don't believe in nothing. You don't believe in nothing. Don't be that person, okay? There's either one or two ways to get this Bucksport. You either war and take your land back, which you already got your land, so you don't have to do that. You just need to put your ancestor back on the land so that you can be respected as such. Now, here is my suggestion. Once you get it recorded, they're probably going to update Bucksport, South Carolina. Okay? They're going to update all of the land records. You all will then be on the land publicly as owners. Now, my suggestion, since you're on heirs property, I suggest that you start a business. Okay? I'm suggesting that you start a business to start generating capital on property. If you don't start a business, someone else will come on your property and start a business. My funny feeling is that what NBC just did to you all was put you all in a danger zone for foreigners and for people who don't own land that's as fertile and that's as valuable as yours. So I would need for you all to take heed, okay? The News Reporter asks, are you afraid that you won't be able to protect your property? That is a doggy whistle. She didn't mean protect it like you're thinking. She meant protect it from invaders, just like a lot of our ancestors, those of us who aren't on heirs property, a lot of our ancestors were not able to protect that property from invaders. Now, somehow you are still on the heirs property, but somebody in your family was about their life, okay? And they was able to protect your piece of the pie. They was able to protect your piece of America, the most fertile land in the world, okay? I suggest you start a business. I suggest you get a surveyor. I suggest you find out if there are any mineral records attached to your land. You will do this once you get the certified copies of your land patent, aka your title, aka your allodial title, which is the highest title in the land. You melanated people owned and still do own heirs forever the allodial title to the land. Now, I hope this is a good enough recap, you know, for this whole book for situation. I just want you all to understand. I usually don't give a damn about how I say certain stuff because I feel like we all adults here. And everybody want to be handled with kitten gloves during serious subject matter. And these kitten gloves just don't work in situations like this. I also, on that same video, I told those of you who have high point guns, I told you to throw them in the trash can because they're going to jam them. I also want to correct that too. Okay? This is me eloquently correcting it. Please keep those high point guns. Please keep them. Keep your high point guns because they will be able to protect you because you can then use those guns to pistol whip. They ain't gonna shoot worth a damn. You can use them. Pistol whip you a bitch or two. Okay? So those of you in Bucksport, grab your allodial titles from the Hey y'all! You can pistol the hell out of somebody with a high point guns, heavy, I don't know what. Bitches ain't gonna shoot. They'll help you fight. They'll be in extended fist for you in times of trouble. How y'all doing tonight? I hope y'all doing okay out there. How y'all doing tonight? How is y'all doing tonight? All of y'all, please click like on this video. Look like we getting in the algorithm. Look like we got in the algorithm earlier. YouTube, and they been fixed. It's all right now. YouTube already said the important part. So do what you got to do. I already said what I needed to say, and my people screenshotted it. Period. Thank you, Lisa. I see you're doing amazing. This was for 40 minutes straight. Okay. You can know somebody to clean out their mouth with one of them high points. And that's all they'll use. That's all they're good for is as an extended fist. That's it. Because if you think you it's gonna protect your land in Bucksport, South Carolina, with you got them high at best you can windmill a bitch with one of them in your hand. And that's it. At best. I love you too. I love you too. I'm doing good. You know, you already know me. I'm shocked they even let them get through. But people are still watching. They just changed the numbers so it look like a certain. Because you can tell that people are watching in the view count. Windmiller go to sleep. Okay, Chief Sun out. So again, I have South Carolina in my background here. I'm gonna try to make it to Bucksport. Yeah. Yes, Keisha. Thank you. Thank you, boo, period. Thank you. I want to talk to y'all tonight. I was gonna do a Operation Big Fish. I think I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I just had a dynamic meeting with the research team. Great minds, you know, great group of people. They don't want us to be great. I mean, they don't want it to look like we great. They know people watching. They know people watching. They just don't want it to count. And they just don't want it to look like from a numbers. Now, if I was on here to talk about entertainment, it's a hard-headed host shit. They'll let it stay at 3,000 people watching. Okay, even if I was talking about history, how they teach about history, they'll let it stay to me. You know, they'll let those numbers stay because the more y'all know how this go. What? You saw it at 17,000 viewers? I did not see 17,000 views. Like everybody see a different number. That's the crazy part. Everybody see a different number. Everybody is on delay. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, Here's on. I want y'all to get a separate device. It's gonna be Operation Big Fish group unpacking. Okay. And so she son I said she saw 20,000. I ain't see nothing even close to that on my end. That's what I'm saying. If you take out two different devices, you'll see two different numbers. It's the stupidest. Y'all know how it's go. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. Anyway, so listen, y'all. So I was gonna do a big fish, Operation Big Fish tonight, but I think I want to put y'all on a little mission. There was this Shawnee King. Okay, that was the Shawnee King. Shawnee King. Shawnee tribe. And his last name was Fish. Now, it's a very interesting story surrounding this fish stuff. I know that quite a few of the kings were renamed and hidden, and they are hidden in a lot of different fish classes. So this particular family in the Shawnee tribe, their last name was just outright fish. It's just outright fish. You know. And these were melanated people because they actually adopted a few white and the rest is history. Um, this Shawnee line of had a battle. I have my viewpoint on this Shawnee tribe, which I don't think calling them Shawnee. But I have my own views on this Shawnee tribe and how they, you know, got removed from the north and ended up in the south. I think they were removed from the Midwest region and um, south. Now, when I started digging into this Shawnee family, this fish family, whose name, lineage, everything was told. One of these kingfish uh, from that Shawnee tribe had a very expensive burial. In fact, it was called one of the most expensive burials in America. Um, and it just makes me think about Cahokia. It makes me think about Cahokia. And this leader, this king, who was buried at Cahokia, buried directly under the coordinates of the sun. Okay. He was buried with a lot of money. When they excavated it, they found a lot of what was used as currency during that time. And this was one of the most important figures in um, American history that you really don't. I feel like this is tied into a lot of different narratives. One, I feel like it could be tied into the Akhenaten sun god narrative, and I feel like it could be tied into the Jesus narrative, with Jesus being represented as a fool. I feel like a lot of these things came into play to hide history and to hide bloodlines. Now, I want y'all to do a little research on that. The Shawnee tribe and all of those families that descended from this fish. Just, just the Shawnee tribe and the fish. Okay. And then when you look at the history of the Shawnee tribe, moving from the Midwest into the South, operating as a military force, very expensive burial, person buried under the coordinates of the sun, as the son of God, which is what they call this person named Jesus, who is represented by a fish. Now, y'all know I got my own personal views about Jesus. I believe Jesus don't answer nothing for nobody. And if my theory is true, then it will make all other sense in the world because Jesus is a deity. He's not God. And it looked like from the looks of it, his real name probably wasn't Jesus or Jesus. He probably, I mean, we know he got murdered, but not only did he get murdered, everybody around him got murdered too. So this could be all related. I'm not totally sure. I want y'all to do research on it. Next time I come back on here, I'm gonna ask who found what on this Shawnee. Okay, this Shawnee fish. It's a lot of peace, goddess, peace, divine, peace, love. Y'all love the word peace. I like this. Peace and strength. Y'all supposed to with each other. Y'all, how come I got talked to damn native to confirm my genealogy? What? You got to talk to like a $5 foot long? Y'all, you got to talk to a $5 foot long to confirm your genealogy? Is that what you're saying? We gotta miss a whole lot of peace in here. That's good. That's good. I like peace because I'm already in a rage. I keep saying peace and I keep reading peace. Makes me feel peaceful. Jesus is referred to as thesis right my way. Wow. Wow. That sounds about right. Thesis. Thesis. Okay. Damn, you got $5 for long. King Louis XIV was known as the Sun King. Now look here. Y'all so smart. I just love y'all. Y'all be so smart. How y'all get so smart? How'd you get so smart? I'll tell you about the Jones Empire. Jones. Give me a second. How'd you get so smart? Now, King Louis, now when you look at the King Louis, now I was just talking to a baby girl on here, on the call line about King Louis. But when you look at the whole middle part of the America that was sold during the Louisiana Purchase, a lot of those tribes got pushed out. Okay? So if Louis is one of the Sun Kings, okay, then could they be hiding that king as a fish? Now, I'm gonna let y'all do the research on that, okay? Because that Shawnee tribe was one of the tribes that was moved. Okay, it was one of the tribes that was moved. Okay, yeah. Okay, so y'all, y'all sound is glitching. Can y'all hear me and see me? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so the Jones Empire. Just to let me just talk about this because this is what I want to talk about. Jones Empire could possibly tie into. I want to talk about Revenge of the Crowns, and in order to do this the right way, we must discuss an entry point for how the Crowns was taken. And when you discuss these entry points, I got it. Yes, ready to learn. You got to. When you discuss these issues, Louis Marie Internet, they were melanated. Yes, it was. It's glitching. Wow. Let me make sure I'm good. Let me make sure they ain't glitching on my side. Because, boy, my sound is in and out. Yes, they've been messing with the screen. Here we go. That's how you know they be in the background trying to tinker with shit. They tinker with the numbers, then they start tinkering with how it look, then they start tinkering with the sound. And then they use all my information and give it to that old Amber Ruffin girl. Okay. Now watch you start hitting Amber Ruffin. talk about kings in America, and then she's gonna tell y'all to get the damn inoculation. She's gonna tell y'all to get the goddamn corona vaccine. Y'all, let me stay on topic. No, let me do this real quick. I feel some type way. Okay, I feel some type way. Amber Ruffin came out as a nigga historian. I know this Revenge of the Crown, but I've been feeling some type way. I need to get stuff out my chest. Amber Ruffin came out as a Negro historian. Okay, she got a bunch of Negroes in America reposting her videos with her talking about history as it relates to us. All these good sound bites that she didn't research. Okay. She then went, now that she got our attention, got y'all attention, and all the other thousands of people who were watching me, she then got y'all attention. And as she was being held as some kind of Negro historian. Now, the other day, this little goofy, that dry hair her, started buck dancing. I already knew she was capable of buck dancing. She sleep with a penis every night. So I don't know how you a Negro historian, you bouncing on peacock. I don't know how that works. But anyway, she started buck dancing. After getting all these followers, she started buck dancing. Wait a minute, she took the video. No, she ain't taking it down. Goof ass. She ain't taking it down. She's still up. I know y'all seen this.
Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine, which is freaking great news. Now, a lot of people feel skeptical because the emergency rollout didn't give enough time to thoroughly vet it. No?
Goof ass, dry haired ass girl.
And you can relax knowing that there is no poison in the vaccine. Isn't that right, James? It sure is, Amber.
And now, who is that nobody ass nigga?
They still be on the fence about getting vaccinated. Nice vaccine. Are you ready, James? I'm ready. You ready, Amber? Yeah, I'm ready. America, are you?
That you're causing lots of harm. Situation is serious. Let's cure it with 2 shots in the arm. It's also ridiculous. Conspiracy theories seem from the start. It's also deadly because they are very smart. Check it out. It's driving me out of my mind. Common sense is hard for them to find. Fox News got into their heads. Misinformation. Now some of them did. There is no poison. FDA appears to the sky. There is no poison. If I were you, I'd take precaution before I get my news from Facebook. Information is out there from qualified medical professionals. Take a look. They're so smart. They have medical expertise. You think you know better, bitch. Don't be excluded for thinking something stupid. You'll be dying all alone, secluded. COVID, deadly, moving in quick. You can run unvaccinated. You feel good. You didn't get tricked. Confuse your science for your politics. You're picking out a casket because you wouldn't mask it. See what I'm saying, huh? Stuck in the house. I know your life's hard.
How do you know?
No vaccination card. It's driving me.
How'd you learn how to tap dance so good, you nigga bitch, you? How'd you learn? Who taught you? Y'all look like three stupid stooges sitting there. For one, promoting this dummy as an historian. For two, ignoring history as it relates to being inoculated. Ignoring history as it relates to melanated people being inoculated, being massacred, and having their valuable lands taken. Why you see them break? You should just focus on moisturizing that hair. You cannot sing. You cannot dance. You the bitch that got beat up in the bathroom at school. And the ancestors, how goofy little mustache just mocked. They're gonna make y'all pay for that. They're gonna make y'all pay for that. How much money white folks gave y'all? How much money? And why are you hiding your white husband, Ember? Don't hide him. Bring him out the shadows. Tell them what your real last name is. Tell the people. Since you want them to get a vaccination card, you haven't showed your motherfucking arm on nobody's table, getting nobody's shot. You want to tell our people. You want to use poison to get the attention of the Negro community so that they can go take a shot. You in the same category as Big Titty Manny Fresh. Y'all in the same category. You in the same nigga coon category. And hopefully somebody put a website and put all y'all on it. All you niggas who are complicit. Let me educate you, Amber. As someone who has a science degree. Let me educate you. Your vaccine, the one that you did not take, the one that you're trying to get people to take, causes spike proteins to be on blood cells. It causes spike protein. Now, you people know so much about sickles. You people know so much about sickle cell and the lack of oxygen. But you sit here and dance around for little biscuits like spiked protein is a goddamn drink or something. You act like spiked proteins is a dinner. You act like spiked proteins is a joke. Put some in your body, Amber. What do spiked proteins do to cells? Amber? What do spiked proteins do to cells? Since you know so goddamn much, you know enough to write a goddamn lame ass rendition of Poison and dance your little goofy ass around with your no rhythm having ass because you went to a white school. You dance just like the white girls in the white school. You dance just like. What do spike proteins do to the blood cells? Amber? Spike the blood cells. And it releases oxygen from the blood cells. And those cells that are now damaged clot. Those damaged cells start to clump up in your organs. That's why, while you were dancing, you should have been pulling some research from some of these autopsies of dead bodies for inoculated. They all have blood clots in all of them. And they weren't able to stop them on time. Amber, okay? So don't take this as someone who doesn't have a science background, bitch. Trust the science. I am the science that you should trust. It's mighty funny that y'all tell people, hey, you don't
Don't listen to people who don't have science background. Don't listen to non-medical professions, but listen to me. Take the shot. What's your profession? Other than bouncing on pink dip with your non-fun ass. What's your profession? Because funny ain't it. History ain't it either. Dancing and singing ain't it. You seem like you are a mini nigga clone version of me. What I am, what you want to be. Sis. You gonna sing off on it? There's no hope for you. I don't know who dick you had to suck to get on NBC, but your husband, he right there. He probably slid you right on in there. You probably was groomed for this moment of failure, where you got on TV and started. I hope no one listens to you. I hope the ancestors come to you while you're sleeping. You and the little goofy men, B-list comedians that you sleep. I hope you. I just feel boxing in your future. You're gonna be in your ass in that boxing ring. I see it clearly. I see it very clearly. Anyway, let's talk about history. Revenge of the Crowns. As I was saying, you had your land here in America. And this is part 3, guys. I've covered a lot in part 2. I've covered, some historical kings, covered even down to the main militia that was complicit in helping murdering you off, causing the massacres, helping reroute your highways, planting certain trees so that it's a totally different landscape, covering the no-fly zone, covering the pier. So much, so much, so much. What we have now, we have land patches, and if we just look at how it was taken, we pay attention to the court. We would pay attention to the court. Okay, men, I want y'all to know, we can all get our land back. We know who we are. We ain't guessing. Pay attention to the court. That was the port of entry for foreigners. There are over 360 ports in America. It's probably more than that. They're roughly 360 ports in America listed by the Coast Guard. Basically. These 360 ports, there are 10 major ones. Okay. I think California has 2 major ones. There's one in LA. I think it's called, I don't know what it's called. America's Port. It's a major port. There is Louisiana has a major port. Savannah has a major port. Charleston has a major port. New Jersey has a major port. New York has a major port. Brunswick has a major port. Seattle has a major port. Port city. Virginia. Virginia has a major port. When you look at these port cities, it will draw your attention. Fort Long Beach. There you go. Somebody said I'm in and out. Can everybody hear me? We're freezing and the volume is high. You got a delay. I'm freezing. Yes, Jacksonville has a port. Can y'all hear me better now? I just kind of like adjusted. Can y'all hear me better now? Can y'all hear me better now? I say, yeah. You can hear me. You can hear me? It's clear? It's clear. Okay, so it's choppy for some of y'all. Some people saying I'm good. Okay. Sean said I sound like a robot. Okay, I just adjusted my y'all know how to. I just adjusted myself to get a better clear. When you look at the port, okay, y'all can hear now. Men, when you look at the port, you look at the land pattern, you match up. Now, somebody asked me about the Jones. Somebody asked me about the Jones Empire. The Jones Empire was here in Georgia. Somebody, okay, just keep going. Y'all want me to keep going? Okay. A little muffled, but keep going. Okay. The Jones Empire is here in Georgia, one of the many Jones Empires here in Georgia. It was the Wormslow plantation. Okay. The Jones Empire, which they controlled silk, which was one of the most, sought after commodities. They controlled mulberries, they controlled cotton, they controlled a lot of commodities. Okay. The reason why that family was so powerful is because of the court. Okay. This family, this Jones Empire, you know what the Jones is, this Jones Empire was connected to the Savannah Group. Okay. This Jones Empire. There you go, Jonesboro. Wormslow. Yes, Wormslow. This Jones Empire was connected to the Savannah port. So not only did they have all these commodities that they, grew and cultivated and controlled, they also had a means of transportation to export their products. Now, here's what I want the men to understand. It's deeper than this point to this revenge to the crowns. We already know who the crowns are because we talked about a myriad of kings, and there's more. These courts do not have our faces at them. Now, if this is our land, why aren't any of us at the court represented? None of us are represented at the court. So just say we come in, which we're doing now, and start taking our land back piece by piece, reclaiming our land. We ain't taking shit that's ours. Imagine you stealing my shoes and me coming to have to steal them back. Now I'm gonna take my shoes back. I ain't never tell you have them. Okay? We know this our land without a shadow of a doubt. We know we from here without a shadow of a doubt. However, from a protection standpoint, the port of entries are wide open. Now, also look at this, guys. Your ancestors had multiple control centers. Most states have White Houses. What are White Houses? White Houses are just control centers for countries. A lot of these states, most of the states, all of the states were considered countries at one point. That's why when you start researching, a lot of these states have White House. Georgia has a White House. South Carolina has a White House. Florida has a White House. Alabama has one, so forth and so on. Okay? They're capitals. Thank you. They're control centers. Okay? We don't have control centers. Okay? We don't have control centers. These control centers should have a protection force. Okay? That can help a certain radius of people. I'm just talking here. Okay? I can read between all the lines. These control centers, these White Houses, should have a protection force because this is your land. When you hear heirs property, you never hear white people mentioned, period.
In fact, when you start talking about the subject matter of heirs property, they pretend to be invisible. They pretend like they're invisible. They blend right in with the furniture when you start talking about subject matters like this, because they know what happened. They know you was murdered off, you were hung, they got the chance to laugh at it. You were hung, you were massacred in all of these Red Summers and Rosewood and yeah, all these massacres. That was you. That was you. And they got to laugh. And they got to stand around in groups. They got to stand around in groups. This is perspective. This is put some things into perspective. Real quick. Because I don't want people to forget. I don't want people to ever forget. I'm here to remind you, okay? Veterans, okay? Veterans. Veterans. That's you. That's you, veterans. That's you. Lynched after fighting for people who you weren't supposed to fight for, because you should have your own control centers. See? You're fighting for people who don't own the land. You're fighting for people who are fighting people who own the land. Let's look at this, guys. Let's not forget, and anybody can access this. This is Wikipedia. Wikipedia is not going to name all of the sources. Only reason I pulled it up is because y'all got access to it. So let's look at it since you got access to it. Okay? These are group of knowledge. This is you. This is you. Okay? These regiments were segregated. These are the hellfighters. Can nobody beat these boys? These y'all ancestors who was sent to battle to get slaughtered. Okay, look at all the onlookers who tricked them into fighting for this country who does not fight for them. Who tricked them? Because last I checked, during the Tulsa riots, the blacks in Tulsa was kicking ass. So much so that the military was called in, the white military was called in to defeat you. And then here you go. Okay? Here you go. Lynch as you return. Okay? Lynch. Black veteran L.B. Reed was suspected of having a relationship with a white woman and hanged over the Sunflower River Ridge. He was hung over the Sunflower River. Okay. Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Insult of a white woman, refused to move off a sidewalk up for a white woman. He was tied to a tree with tire chains and shot as many as 50 times. Y'all don't want to have this conversation. Private Charles Lewis, Fulton, Kentucky. Okay? Black veteran and black woman, Pickens, Holmes, Mississippi. Insult of white women. They said a black woman wrote an improper note to a white woman. They were murdered. Sergeant Major John Green, Alabama. Okay? Asking for his change. Shot 3 times in the head. Lynched. Robert Truitt. We have Truitts on here. Humphrey, Mississippi. Insult of white women. Alleged incident proposal to a white woman. Hung. A veteran. Clinton Briggs, Washington, Arkansas. Insult of a white woman. Moved too slowly out a white foreign
woman's weight on his own goddamn land. Chained to a tree, shot to death. Okay? And L.B. Reed, that was Clarksdale, Mississippi. I know plenty of people from Clarksdale, Mississippi. Robert Krowski, just thought of white. Miles Pfeiffer, alleged assault of white woman. Bud Johnson. And you know what Bud means? Bud was short for people who what were the heirs to a lot of a wealthy family. Bud Johnson, Florida, alleged assault of a white woman. Lucius McCarthy, alleged assault of a white woman. Powell Green, allegedly shot around the white owner of a movie theater. Allegedly. Then he was tied around the neck, dragged for 2 miles behind an automobile, then hung from time. Okay? Okay? Wilbur Little refused to remove his military uniform, and he was beaten to death in his military uniform. Tie him off and then hung. Okay? It's more, y'all. It's so many. It's so many of these. This happened right after they got back from the war, y'all. We don't have any control centers. We don't have any. We don't have any control centers. So look at history. Look at the whole big picture. There are White Houses. There are control centers. I don't care what we gotta call them, okay? It's a plenty men in multiple states who can set up some kind of protection force as we move in this direction. It's a plenty men in the military who don't even know this history. They don't even know the military was used to beat us. They don't know the CCC is a part of the Service Corps, which is under the Army Corps of Engineers. They didn't see the CCC files. They thought the CC was just some cute niggas in the 4-H uniform. No, they cut down the biggest trees in America. The CCC did. They slept in tents and planned to murder you, commanded by the President of the United States as a foreign militia. While all these wars are depicted, World War I, World War II, Vietnam War, you think they happened somewhere far, far away. No. Look at the murders that was happening. Looks like I'm having connectivity issues. Am I connected now? I'm froze. Is it still froze? Okay. It's right. It's because we are allodials. Now look at World War I, World War II, Vietnam War, all these wars that they say happened in a land far, far away. Go back and look at those wars. And we talked about the Civil War, okay? Come on up to more recent. Okay, I think we done talked enough about the Civil War. Look at the wars, okay? Where your people, your ancestors, the allodials, the heirs, property owners, okay? While the heirs, property owners was out fighting for the American government, they sent NBC in to interview the women and children to ask them, do you think you'll be able to protect this land?
Not if you got all my men out for battle for your regime. Men, I need you to pay attention. I don't, I, I don't care what we have done to each other in the past. May that be rectified. I need y'all to pay attention. They are trying to pull the same regime. And you don't have no control centers. Now we can discuss land patents, heirs property, and jurisdiction. Because as you see, FEMA didn't even want to help the people who are on heirs property. Well, if FEMA, the government facility, didn't help the people on heirs property, then how are Negroes in jail? Because the government don't have nothing to do with how Negroes in jail, how Negroes in federal prison. If the government can't help people on heirs property, some ain't adding up. Because y'all don't supposed to be our government, right? So if y'all are not our government and we are the heirs, we are the allodial title holders to America, then how are Black people, Black Americans, American Indians, Negroes, niggers, Nagas in federal prison or local jail? How does this jurisdiction work? Because y'all put on NBC that FEMA didn't help folks who are on heirs property. But let something happen. Y'all quickly lock folks up, bothering people. When you know all of America is on heirs property. When you know your state park is on heirs property. But because the family, you say because the families have not claimed their land back, you are going to act as an heir. And you are going to act as the law. And you are going to act as the Lord. And you are going to lock up people. Whatever reason you right and you come up with. Who told you you can do that? How do your jurisdiction work when you come in and kill my goddamn ancestors? You killed my ancestors. How does jurisdiction work? You massacred them. It's record. You took their land. They're records. You didn't make a treaty with all of us. You took it. It's on record. Your record. You deployed your military to come in and shoot and bomb people in Tulsa. It's on record. You can't ignore it. And then every time we talk about heirs property, white people start. I mean, you can hear a rat piss on cotton. The time we shuck and jive and buck them and sing and play basketball, y'all be loudly locking niggas up and loudly having drive-by shootings that you orchestrate. I heard a wise woman say, most people ain't even trained to shoot, let alone hit a moving target while they're moving. But somehow, miraculously, all of these drive-by shootings, y'all hit y'all targets more. I mean, just hit them. These your trained militia guys that you still got out on the road today. You're going to shoot people. You're going to murder people. And then you're going to say, you're going to pick a random guy and say they did. The same guy who went training shoot. The same guy who don't probably have nothing but a house. Was able to ride in the car
You shoot a moving target. See, when you have the most valuable thing in the world, you can't go without control centers. And these control centers are not on YouTube. These control centers are not debated. These control centers are essential. Now, I don't know how much history we're going to go over. Before people start making control centers. I don't care if it's a 10-mile radius, 15-mile radius, or 20-mile radius. For people that you look out, you make sure. Bucksport need a control center. That lady said, "Are you think you'll be able to protect this property?" Yeah, I can goddamn protect it. I got a control center somewhere that you don't see. That's how this need to go. The real men got to stand up. The real niggas, y'all got to stand up. Cause see, the wheat is gonna always be separated. See, the cream gonna rise to the top on this. Okay, cream gonna rise to the top. I feel like everybody in all these states, once you find your land patent, the first thing you do while you and your family are working on this, you gotta sit the men down in your family and tell them what's up. You better sit the men down in your family and tell them what's up. Y'all feel like your family won't listen to profanity and I curse too much? This is a serious matter. It don't matter how it comes out. It's a miracle. It's a tiny miracle. On here screaming and crying and enraged and red every week. Because with the stuff I see, you'd be pissed that you have to walk in the bank and apply for a goddamn business loan and a bank sitting on your fucking property. How you niggas skip over paying royalties and you sitting on my property? Y'all go look at it. Go look at it, please. Somebody pull up all the old airfields in America. Please pull it up. Do I need to pull it up for y'all? Look at the FAA. Look at all these old airfields in America. Hundreds of them. Most are no-fly zones today. Your ancestors had their own airfields, guys. Niggas been building planes. Niggas been building planes. I know I showed y'all that one from here in Atlanta. Oh, it was a plenty of them. It was airfields all over the place. The Army, the Air Force, they already had the infrastructure. They already had the infrastructure. All they did was plug and play. You see, all they did was plug and play. The Navy did the same thing in multiple bases in America, just like the one on Kingsland. We saw the young lady who was on here, whose family owned that Navy base in Kingsland. Her family are old mariners, old ship builders. They had a port. And when you have a port, you control who come in this hole. It don't matter who's sitting up in Washington. I don't care who's sitting in Washington. You at the port. You see who coming in, what's coming in, what's going out.
When you on your own airfields, you see who flying in, who flying out. Niggas can't come over here $1 million on a boat like they did as indentured servants. And then got hired to work for the CCC as a militia group. Up under Service Corps, up under the Army Corps of Engineers. That was an army. Those are war documents. The CCC, the cute little people with the trees, they got paid from the War Department. Why are we at war with niggas who plant trees? Why are we at war with people who are just merely planting trees? We got to think deeper about this. Our ancestors, they want nothing to be fucked with. Them boys had airfields, guys. Fuck it. Let's go. Let me find some airfields. I'm sure I can find some airfields right quick. Let's find some airfields. I'm sure I got some airfields somewhere. They're all over. So many airfields in Georgia. It's an old airfield, my hometown, up out. I thought white people built this stuff, right? They didn't say we had to do it. These were white people. Lo and behold, not only were they not white people, these were Negroes, and they was on their heirs' property. So how you go? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Good side. Here we go. Good side. Good side. Yeah, let me pull this up. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I got to paint a picture here in a second. I got to show you who these were. They were no fucking sharecroppers. There was more to it than that. There was a lot to it than that. There's a little bit more to it than that, y'all. Let me share this real quick. Just hang tight. Let's look at this from a deeper standpoint. Look at this little bit of website. Look at this little bit of website real quick. And of course, you can go to the Library of Congress and get a lot of these files. Okay, let me make this a bit big. This is Georgia. These are Georgia airfields. Okay, abandoned and little known airfields. Okay. Here's the site main menu. Okay, all states. Website contains 2,538 airfields. 2,538 airfields. Okay. I'm just gonna click on Georgia real quick. Cause this one I'm at. Okay. Let's do Southeast Georgia. We just talking heirs property. Okay. Fleming, Georgia. Them boy been flying for a long time. Okay. You can just read all this stuff. Restrict. Okay. These no-fly zones, y'all. On heirs property down in Hinesville, Georgia. Okay. Y'all see my screen? Hunter Air Force Base. Fort Stewart, guys. Look at this. Military reservation. A military reservation. Okay. Wright Army Airfield. Who the Wright brothers? What would a real Wright family please stand up?
These ain't fucking tent cities. These are airfields. Don't tell me niggas was slaves. Y'all better tell me something else. How do you white boy can't took y'all shit? Pembroke, Georgia, north of Jacksonville. Guess what they did when they took it, y'all? They started smiling. Took pictures smiling. Okay? Posted on heirs property. Military reservation. Why would military on reservation? They CCC. They was foreign. They just came and start making their own shit up. Okay? I'm just scrolling. So y'all can see this. This is on the fucking military reservation. They on the reservation on your property. Okay? Some very, very enlightening stuff in here. These are your old airfields. St. Mary. Navy got that. The family who own this land is on my live. Now, how did that airfield get taken? This Kingsland, houses, Cumberland. Okay, this before a lot of this shit here was flooded. A lot of this stuff underwater. And the part that ain't underwater, they took it, but they drowned a whole lot of the coast of Georgia because most of this air base is underwater. Because these people were making underwater detonators. That family, that nigga family that y'all say slaves, was building boats, was building underwater detonators. Y'all said they was shucking the jive. All y'all want to talk about is cotton. Let's talk about this airspace on this nigga-owned property. That's St. Mary's View. All that's probably on water. Okay. Look at the shape of that. I mean, you know, St. Mary's Airport, Sweetwater Park. A lot of this probably underwater, this county. All right. I could do this forever. It's a plenty plenty. Look at all this exposed land. Most of this land is underwater now. Okay. Look at these pyramid elevations, coastal Georgia. Look at these pyramid elevations. Okay. 335, 360, 336, 323. This shit underwater. Waltersville, Georgia, north of Jackson. I ain't never heard of that. You know, all that shit probably underwater. It's time to look into this stuff, y'all. This Savannah. Restricted. You can't get to it. Not you. But it's a prison on that base. In that restricted area. That's Ludowici. Okay, Liberty County. Riceboro. Okay. They call it marshland, but they know that was a rice empire. People were growing rice out there. That's Riceboro. Okay. Shall I proceed? Or y'all get the picture? I just wanted to show y'all so y'all don't think I just be on here talking. Liberty County Airport. Where's Liberty County Airport now? Whose heirs property is this from? That's 1777. Okay, Liberty County Airport, 1777. They had planes. They make it seem like goddamn planes were just invented. Planes was just invented. Let these people tell it. You let these people tell your story without you looking into it. Brunswick Municipal Airport. St. Simon's Island got a big star on it. Okay? You can't see it from the sky today because you can't fly over it today. You know? I'm just letting y'all know. I could look, you know, I'm not gonna scroll through all this. Y'all get it. Y'all get it. You know, you can just go skip through state, you know. And I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you what had happened, because this is revenge of the crown. You need to know what happened. You need to know your ancestors was the crowns. That's why they got land patches. Okay, you can go to any of these 2,538 airfields, and this probably ain't even it. This is just the ones that this group of people found. This ain't even it. This is just what they found. Probably plenty more. Probably a plenty more. Blackwell Municipal Airport, Ditch Witch Airfield, Hitchcock Airfield, 12th Street Airport, Shawnee Municipal Airport. You talking about Shawnee Municipal Airport? Talking about Shawnee, the Indian tribe? Or this is Bigfoot? So they built today. They had airport, or did we have airport? They look like that say Shawnee to me. Am I tripping? Or do that say Shawnee? That say Shawnee Navy. Where's the Shawnee Navy today? It's work to be done. Shawnee Municipal Airport #2. And don't tell how many they had. These niggas weren't playing no motherfucking game. These niggas weren't playing no game. And no game. This is their airspace. They own everything in the air when you are a hair. When you have air property, you own everything in the airspace and everything under the ground. You own everything. You own everything. I don't give a damn if you ain't got but one little landing strip and you ain't got but 3 planes. You own it. You can fly where you want to fly. You are the FAA. Who is the FAA to tell you to have no fly zones when you got down on the land? That's all I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to unpack this stuff. This Lake Murray State Park Airport, with a real Murray family, please stand up. And this on land patches. This on somebody melanated heirs property. Okay, you were never supposed to look into this. Falcon Head, Travis, Hankins, Lake Murray, McMillan, Blackwell Municipal Airport. That ain't it. It wasn't say Whitewell Municipal Airport. Y'all get it. Now, you know, airport. Earl Henry Airport. Blackwell Airport was bought by Earl Henry Airport in the mid-1900s. Y'all, you changed the name. This happened not long ago. I'm talking about the era of World War I, World War II, Vietnam War. All these foreigners was paid to come in and take over shit. They literally did it. They literally did it. They literally did, y'all. I, it's a tiny miracle that I don't get on here week after week screaming. Not all of America is underwater. A lot of it is no fly zone. So how is you telling me I got heirs property and part of my property is a no fly zone? Is somebody
Look into this. Can some of you men look into this? I know it's great that we like to argue and battle with these nobody ass CCC African pink foot. I know we like to battle with these people and destroy them online. We ain't even got time. I heard a great song. Yes, we should. That's Area 51 is on somebody's land pass. They changed it to a state park. Now you can go find that. You can go back because let me tell you, some of the addresses on these land, some of these land offices were strategically changed so that you can no longer find these areas. But oh baby, we didn't change the coordinates. Because we changed the coordinates. We can go by the coordinates to find who's on what land. That's right, abandoned military bases. This happened in the 50s and the 60s. These people just start taking shit. 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. They were just allowed to move in our cities. Okay? Let's talk about the ports on the coast and in the air. We don't have time to battle with these nobody people. They'll never have nothing in life unless they marry into your families. Why would we talk about them? Why would we argue with them? We don't got to debate them, try to prove them wrong. They can't hear good. They don't hear well. They don't think well. They don't process information well. Girl, talk to these motherfuckers. And they know I ain't bullshitting because it's been real quiet since I brought the CCC information out. All of a sudden, everybody blended in with the furniture. Nobody want to talk about CCC. Everybody's blending in with the furniture now. Yes. So when you put this shit out, drop the mic. Fuck 'em. We got airspace. Look at your land pattern real good. Don't just think this just some vacant land. No, no, no. What was on the land? Because it might be vacant land now, but you also had these CCC goofies who was hired to literally tear down buildings, cut down. I got to keep saying this shit. That's what they was hired for. They was hired as foreigners to come in while our warriors was in the military, sent cross seas strategically, while them people was brought in. They brought one group in and sent one group out. Just so happened the group of men they sent out was the group of men that was supposed to be protecting their base. Then they made it mandatory at one point in history for these people to goddamn fight in the military. How you do that? You make it mandatory for me to fight in a segregated brigade because you don't want me fighting with white men, because what you do know is you're not going to send these white men on these battlefields for slaughter. You're going to send me and my Negro brigade to this foreign land over here. You're going to make us starve over here. You're going to set us up for murder over here. You're going to pile our bodies up after we get murdered over here. And then you're going to go down to our wife and children and fight them off that heirs property. Then you're going to take over their military base. Then you're going to take over their air. Nah, if I was making all this shit up, there would be no documentation. I didn't make up all those airfields. Did you need to sit here and make fake
pictures of airfields, and then you go tell your people to run for sheriff. And then as a sheriff, you snatch up even more land that you have no jurisdiction to snatch up. You sheriff auction. You don't put all that shit on auction. You just snatch it up for you and your family. Heirs property, buildings on here, houses on here. You build some on my property, I own it. That's mine. That's mine. If you build it on my motherfucking property. Now, men, I need you to take your crowns back. I need you to take your crowns back. Ladies, I need you to take your crowns back. You got to. That's the only thing that's going to stop the bleeding. It's the only thing that's going to stop the bleeding. Take it back and ignore people. You don't let these people sit in your section at the club. Why you sitting here talking to these motherfuckers online? All day. These people can sit with us in real life. They are fake royals. They took everything, y'all. They took everything, guys. Everything. Now, since I've been on YouTube teaching about this subject matter, I did have a big historian who said land patents are fake. He said that maturely. He had no clue my level of research. See, I don't just sit back and research Harriet Tubman all goddamn day. I know where the airfield's at. I know where the ports are. I can track the mound builders who were building temples at the ports. I can trace the languages back. Thanks to his big voice in the YouTube community, possibly thousands of people just looked over the subject matter like it was fake because Dane Calloway said it was fake. Now where are they? Blending in with the furniture? Bring y'all ass back on here and teach this subject matter. Bring y'all ass back on YouTube and teach this shit right. Because I don't want to have to teach. You niggas was the teachers. Only reason I started teaching in the first place is because y'all was teaching it incorrectly. You still teaching about slavery and sharecropping and Harriet Tubman. Can't do that shit for 19 years and keep all these people in the dark. When they own the land and they getting picked off and they getting inoculated. Everybody that fly your ass. Over the road. Okay, ain't nothing on your list. Right. You can sell your rag to other countries. Do y'all hear me? Hmm?
Can y'all hear me better? I just have to keep adjusting myself. These people sell your grass. They sell y'all grass to other countries. I don't know what. If you ain't got nothing else on your land, you got grass. Why you ain't selling your own grass? Get the men in your family and let them watch this shit. I ain't no get. We can't play. Either we ignore history and wait to die, or we pick up where our ancestors left. Either you take your birthright. Nobody over here got a birthright but you. That's why white people are quiet. Only white people that have heirs property are the ones who married into your families, strategically murdered you off, and took it. And there are boat records for them. There are CCC war documents, war payments for them. To be clear, it wasn't just the Shawnee tribe with airports. I heard a wise person say, helium was God. I heard a wise person say, helium was God. Helium. I know a little bit about the subject. I just got a science degree. I know a little bit about periodic chart. Helium is God. For the longest, you could only find helium in America. Why is that? You couldn't find helium nowhere but America. When these Pinkfoots got over here, they discovered helium. They started using helium to fly. It was already in use when they got here. They say, God, you saw gods when you came. And you murdered the gods. And then you turned around, put depictions of them in temples, and started worshiping them in reverence, apology, so that your life wouldn't be destroyed. You murdered them. And then you worshiped them. Some of them you murdered and you consumed and you ate them as Passover, as fish for your Passover. That was the only thing you owned. You didn't consume meat or animal products. Specifically, some of them you hung them and burned them and consumed their body parts in hopes of becoming the God that you burned. How diabolical do we need to be to match Jesus? Last I checked, God could speak of things and it come to pass. That's the last I checked. You gotta have no fancy language either. All you gotta do is speak. All you have to do is be intentional. All you have to do is respect what your ancestors tried to leave for you. You respect it. You know to come back to it. Now, I ain't gonna be on here long because now almost 2 hours. But I wanna say something. I got a lot to say. I got a lot to teach.
But I also want to put little not little actually. This is as big as it gets. The only picture that matters in real life is y'all. Now let me say, I told you all last week that I'm releasing another team. Okay? There's another team. Another team. And I know we have a research team. And we researching Harriet Tubman. Okay? This is real. We're researching ourselves. And it's solid. So the next team, this is a team that multiple of you are part of. I want to bring together a team of environmentalists. Okay? I want to bring together a team of environmentalists. Okay? Things that I have in mind for this environmentalist team is not what you think. So if you're interested, being on the team, I want to bring some environmentalists together because we have to protect the environment. We need esoteric restoration. We need soul tracking. Okay? We need y'all follow me. All of my ideas about this environmentalist team won't be publicly stated. If you want to be a part of it, send me an email, Janice@helloplants.com. Okay. Some of you all who probably don't want to be on the team, you're on the environmentalist team. We need people to, smoke cigars on certain days. That's a very easy job to do. The thing is your intent behind it. Now, once you see the full breakdown, you'll understand exactly where I'm coming from. Okay. I would like to put together people to restore some of these graveyards. Okay. We have graveyards that are just grown over. They're Negro graveyards. Okay. They're Negro graveyards. Some of you men got weed eaters and such. If you see a graveyard, trust me, these graveyards that are grown over, a lot of them are Negro graveyards. A lot of them. We don't respect these ancestors. We don't visit these people. We don't talk about them. We don't talk about their inventions enough. We just talked about the few people that they gave us. And that's it. It's an environmentalist team coming up. Okay? It's our environment. If we don't take care of it, who gonna take care of it? These people putting all kind of curses and shit out here on us. How you gonna steal my stuff and put a curse out on me? Why you brave? Why you trying to block my ancestors from talking to me? You brave. You got blocked. Enough of us stand up. I put 300 seminars. See how YouTube like fucking with my numbers and putting me down at 300. Maybe they're trying to do this symbolism thing. I know 300 seminars that kick the ass of every military regime of people that came across this land until y'all start teaching people that they weren't seminars. Until y'all change the name. Put alternative marketing material out there at the CCC. Whole brigade who was just over marketing material. Full Filipino. Full Filipino. Just over marketing material. Y'all got to wear the big chief hat. Now I'm prancing. How you do that in my environment? You bitches ain't moving off the sidewalk quick enough for me. Cause last I checked, you niggas ain't invented nothing. You ain't added nothing to America. But murder, lies, that doggy smell that you have, and you lynch veterans. You lynch Negro veterans. Talking to white, the ones who don't even think. How dare you? Thank you, nigga. I gotta go. Yeah. I gotta go. There's a lot of work to be done. Every time I think about toast, I get mad. They ain't paid for toast yet, y'all. We sitting here owning the land, and these motherfuckers ain't paid for toast. They're not gonna pay for it. They ain't gonna pay for shit. You gotta make them. So nobody even know what Biden acts. Don't nobody know what the so-called white people at. So you make a control center. Men, talk amongst yourselves. I just showed you all your old airfields. I told you a list of all your old ports. You also had ports that were in there. I ain't even get to this because I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm almost at 2 hours right now. Some of you got your property with direct waterways that look like little bitty rivers because the water was river. But some of you on your land, you got a direct waterway to the ocean. Awesome. My child. Say this when you know. We all got time. Turn your Bible. Turn your Bible. Apple now. Moving now. Turn your Bible. Apple now. Type in your favorite general. Type in Caesar. Type in Pompey. Type in Scipio. Type in King Louis. Type in King George. Type in Saint Peter. Type in Saint Mary.
They all had ports. They all had ports. They all of them. All of them. All of them. How? Because the thieves got to tell the story. Some of these names will change. Okay? St. Peter, for instance, who controlled that Charleston port. Okay? That was the Colton family out of South Carolina. That's a nigger family. You talking about the same St. Peter from the Bible that they wrote about. Why y'all changed his name? Wasn't his name Cephas? Why did he go from Cephas to St. Peter? Look into this stuff, guys. Look at the ports. Look at the people who were protecting these ports. We had warriors at these ports. They didn't let people come in all willing. They took people in y'all family, said this shit happened across seas, said, oh, these people from this landmass over here. Said Pompey was from Italy. I just showed you an airfield that had Italy on it in South Carolina. Go back and look at the St. Mary's. Rewind this video back when I was showing those airfields in Southwest. It's a goddamn area in Southwest called Italy. That's a few miles from Pompey Island. I'm just telling you facts. It's an African island on the coast of Georgia. Now, is that where the Africans came from? Is Italy down there in South Georgia where the Italians came from? Y'all just mixing all this shit up. So y'all think we won't ever find out who's from where? The African map. And look this shit up. Turn your back to Google Maps. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was choppy. I didn't know it was choppy. I'm sorry. Is it still choppy? I'm about to get off here anyway because I've been on here an hour and 58. I'm about to get off here, y'all. Yeah, Paleo Island. There was also a Peru off the coast of Georgia, too, proper Aboriginal. Yes, please rewind it. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. These trolls that are in here, they're mad because they'll never be a crime. The white people trick them because these little people, these the fake Mexicans, the white people trick them to work for them. Imagine being tricked to work for white people. And then white people say, we're going to give you some land. And they never give you shit because they know they ain't. They knew they couldn't give you no land when they promised you that shit when you came over here and start murdering God. They knew they couldn't give it to you. They knew you couldn't read. The test tube, motherfucking baby. So you took promises that wasn't even written down. Cause then when you ain't with the treaties, you took verbal promises, but you also took military payments. I showed y'all the last video, the Navajo grandma who showed her ancestor who worked for the motherfucking CCC. You ain't have no motherfucking treaties. You took military payments. You came over here as a foreigner and took military payments. That's how you got to be a protector of state parks that you don't own. So let the trolls troll. These bitches learning tonight. You can't show me them $5 foot long that got an airfield. I can show you plenty of niggas with airfields. I showed you one with a Navy base. A family name on it to this day. So let these hoes talk while you playing for your family. That's right. They just glorified landscapers and painters. Do they do good cheap work, cheap labor? Yeah. Will they come paint your whole house for $5? Yeah. You got to do that. You promise your land, then give it to you. You got to do what you got to do. You killed enough people, you got bad karma. Your money gonna slip through your hands. Because you killed people. You are from a bloodline of murderers. You murdered the God. You murdered the God that be. You lied and you murdered. So no, you won't be blessed by no God that you, especially not now that we're calling these people back here. Especially not now that we're calling these names. The more ancestors we look up, the worse it's gonna get for y'all. You better stop trolling. You better fall to your knees in reverence. Cause y'all, I love y'all. I'm sure there's something I want to talk about that, but I can get to it. I've been on here 2 hours, 2 minutes, so I gotta go. I will see y'all Friday. Any questions on here before I leave? Any questions on here before I leave? Say that again, Ocean Freeman. And I meant to tell you, Ocean Freeman, a lot of the old airfields are listed as Freeman Air Force bases. It's a video on here about the beginning of the CCC, and they got paid $5 a month. It's plenty of $5 going on here. But that number seems to be pretty consistent. Bet you $5 a month and you had to send the rest home. Home meaning cross feed. That's the same shit y'all do today. The military pay the Africans over and all these other foreign homes who come in from the Caribbean and these other places who know they're supposed to be on our side, but they don't give a fuck. They sit here and fight for the white people. They be in their little state militia. What do? They get their paycheck, they take them a cut, and they send the rest motherfucking home. See, that's in your DNA to do. It's in your DNA to do. You've done it for so long. That's how you got over here. You made a little bit of money and you send it home. Send the rest home. How many of you Negroes, Naga, American Indian? How many of you get paid today and then you take a little bit of piece of your paycheck and you send the rest home? That don't even. Why these people on here trolling? Y'all can go take that up with the white people. We didn't trick you niggas. You murdered our people. Your problem is with white folks. You pink people, you Philippine, Asian, Chinese, fake Mexican phenotype people. Y'all problem ain't with us. Go talk to the white people. They don't want to promise you some shit they know they couldn't give it to you. But you did exactly what they wanted you to do. You did exactly what they want you to do. And they say, okay, well, y'all get free. Y'all get to stay in this state park for free.
And this year, shit hit the fan because they start clearing out the state parks with some niggas. And that's why y'all really mad. Don't direct that energy towards us. They cleared out the Grand Canyon. A lot of you motherfuckers went homeless after that shit. And you was sleeping like animals in motherfucking caves in 2021 anyway. I don't know why you would want to sleep like that anyway. But a lot of y'all got cleared out of the Grand Canyon in regions in Arizona. That's why you motherfuckers so mad. Don't be mad at us. Don't be mad at us. First it was Asians versus blacks. Now it's Latinos versus black. Then Afghans, blah blah blah, and we still here. And it ain't going no motherfucker. Cause see, imagine you being on our land doing bullshit. Imagine you coming to my house and trying to fight me. If I don't beat your ass physically, you're gonna get it spiritually. You're gonna get it either way. You no matter how many motherfucking roofs you and your roofing company nail in, you're gonna be motherfucking broke. By the time you get that money in your pocket, we gonna burn it out. My ancestors gonna burn that shit right on out. You ain't gonna be able to say nothing. And if you look up and get to buy a house on heirs property, you won't have it for long. You ain't be able to make enough money. Back to the reservation you go. If they let you in the caves this time. That's how that works. No matter how many lawns you cut, Jorge, it don't matter about your landscaping. It don't matter about your roof abilities. You can come paint my house. I can pay you $100 to paint my whole motherfucking house. You ain't gonna do nothing but lose it because you come from a bloodline that killed people, that killed the gods. You ain't just killed test tube babies. You ain't just killed nobodies that was born in a test tube. Some of our ancestors had royal birth. I love y'all. I'll see y'all Friday. I think I'll see y'all Friday. I think I'll see y'all Friday. I should see y'all Friday. I'm on the road right now. I had to make a quick run. I should be at home mid-week. I got some t-shirts, mail out to y'all. I got some products to mail out. I got like mail out to y'all. If y'all still a little late, just don't be too. I'm trying to be. Y'all know I love y'all. Not I always sprinkle on the cooking. Some of y'all still real late. A lot of packages got to sit back. Um, I know, but y'all know I love y'all. I'm trying to get the information out. I got to get these products in y'all hand. I did make some American Black soap. A lot of y'all got some American Black soap. Everybody love it. I think I'm gonna add one more thing to it, and then we're gonna put it up. But other than that, I love y'all. Be safe. Talk to your relatives. If you're in your 40s, do not go in the hospital, please. It's a whole nother demographic of people being murdered in the hospital. Don't go. Don't go. Don't go. Don't think you some kind of motherfucker. You're a 40-year-old. And you can go handle these hospitals by yourself. You cannot. You cannot. You need to know how the vaccine is related to the loss of oxygen. Rewind this. Nobody can tell you that spike protein don't damage the blood cells and make you lose oxygen and then clump those damaged blood cells. You know, that's how people die. Blood cells, spike protein. They lose oxygen, start clotting. They put them on the ventilators that do nothing for them. They shoot them with fentanyl and they die. Now, all of you on here, all of you listening, who don't know a fucking thing about history or war, don't come in and on my video. Don't tag me and this shit. Don't say nothing. You just sit back and wait. Some of y'all living. Don't even look in the history. Just living it out. Don't want to know what happened. A lot of these people who don't look into this shit, they don't know what happened. A lot of y'all in y'all bones, y'all know this shit about y'all. In y'all bones, y'all know. Y'all grandmama didn't waking y'all ass up at night. Y'all great grandmama didn't waking y'all ass up at night. So look at this. They point y'all right into the direction. Keep on your ancestors. I just got your message, Mr. Wynn. Anyway, I love y'all. Yes, it's at the courthouse, Immortal. Yes, take your certified copy of the land patent to the courthouse. It's a recorder's office. Most of the recorder's office are inside the courthouse. Unless you might be in a big city where it's not, it's all separated, but most of them are inside the courthouse. And they're gonna put your ancestors back on the land. And they're gonna also schedule you a time to meet with the judge. Now it's different in every state. Seems like it might even start being different from a city standpoint with so many people doing it. But when you get it done in your state, let me know. A lot of y'all do need attorneys. A lot of y'all need attorneys, or you need to know enough about law. It seems I won't say y'all need something. I'm not an attorney. I don't give legal advice. I just tell y'all what I need. Um, I want to see like me, pretend like I'm only giving people legal advice. I'm not doing it. I'm just telling you what happened to me, what happened to other people I know. Certain states you go this way, certain states you go that way. That's all we can do for each other right now. That's all we can do for each other right now. Yeah, it can be sold. Oh, Shun, you heard what the lady said on NBC. You can't sell heirs property. See, that's how. See, a lot of families work prior to these 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s slaughter mission. You can go to an elder in your family and say, "Hey, I need 5 acres. I need," you know, y'all might sit down and say, "Hey, let's build a little bitty city. We're gonna have our own little restaurant over here. We're gonna have our own little, car wash. We're gonna have a little, you know, shopping center over here, a tailor over here." Some of y'all families were rich. Some of y'all had movie theaters. Some of y'all had all kind of stuff over there. Built by you. Some of you had airports, airfield. You just went to the elder in your family and said, because you're heir. You went to the elder in your family, told them what you need. And they gave it to you because you're an heir. You could have paid a fee. You could have paid the family a fee, or you could have had to pay the county a fee, water, lights, or something like that. But that's about it. Nobody had no jurisdiction over you, but nobody told you what to do. Yeah, bowling alley. Some people had bowling alleys on their stuff. One guy on here said his ancestor had the first sandwich shop, first black-owned sandwich shop in DC. God damn, that's the amount of stuff. The amount of stuff, man. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. The sad thing was hearing the sister say she paid $7,000 for an attorney. All that attorney did, cause see, they ain't gonna tell you where it's at, because they ain't gonna make no money. If they tell you where the titles are, they tell you where the titles are, you can take it back. That's why they keep saying, well, they don't know what the titles are. Don't try to speak this shit into existence with your tiny motherfucking lip. Don't keep saying we don't know who we are with your tiny lip. These people are trying to speak this stuff for us. Okay? Teacher needs, why would my ancestors' land patent be giving him land in another state, yet the state he resided in was list to identify him? What's this? I don't know. Some of your ancestors do have land in other states. It ain't no different from you moving from Atlanta to damn New York. You moving from Chicago to Atlanta. Same thing. See, you moved in the trail of your ancestors. Some people got land when they were involved in wars, but the people who got land when they was involved in wars was indigenous people. Those was niggas who was indigenous too. Some people got to reclaim their ancestral land where they, where their great grandparents were. You know, all the people who were foreigners who got issued land patents, those kids, they were canceled. It's a whole lot of land patents in this system that they canceled. And see, you know, all them $5 Indians who were trying to get on the Dawes Road in order to get land. See, that shit was canceled. Okay, it was an uprising after. Niggas didn't just let these people just walk on roads and say they was Indian and say they was indigenous. That ain't how that shit went. It was an uprising after. And then niggas was the electors. So that, a lot of that stuff got canceled. They was trying to get on the roads in order to get land. A lot of their lands canceled. Unless they just flew all the way under the radar. It's you gonna see a lot of those land patents. Um, that's right, my people in North Carolina and North Carolina. Yeah, one of my ancestors built his first car when he was a teenager last name. Let them tell it. I heard, damn, I'm trying to get out here so bad. I gotta go. I was trying to get out here so bad. I got something to tell y'all Friday. They moved for safety in numbers. Yeah, they did. They did. I missed Shonda G comment. I don't know. Somebody said some dumb shit probably. Somebody said some slow book. Somebody said some slow book. I already feel it. Many cities burn. That's right. Yeah, I was wondering if the last name Pope is European or indigenous to America. I showed you. I think I showed you. When I was talking about the fish, I talk about Pope. Pope and you're talking about crown or the crown. Now, we can pull out a lot of keys and a lot of keys. We can pull out a lot of stuff. Well, Stephen King, I suppose I would have to go back in time because there was a lot of mulattoes who were very fair. There was a lot of not just mulattoes. There was a lot of Negroes, William mulattoes who were very fair skinned. So even if they were Negroes and they were freedmen, they could have looked very white. It was a lot of light skinned people. Mulatto. They could have been mixed down the line, but they had indigenous side to their family. And once they mixed and had an indigenous side to their family, they indigenous. They freemen. They ain't got to work for nobody. It was free. A lot of them freemen business owners. We're talking about people who control commodities. They was free. They wasn't under anybody's contract, nobody's work contract. No, I said you was the crowns, Joshua. I said you was the crowns. Not no, you was the crowns. You look at that last name. You was the crowns. Probably a king connected to many kings. But anyway, it's a lot of hurt causing they both down. So it's very much tired and I feel we can get tired by you. Ain't no time to fear, right? Miss Cheryl left in groups for safety. Yeah. See, once you tell your family about this, yes, fresh drinking water. Folks started in Wales in my 1500, no color coded on documents. I look at Wales and Wales. Where did that start? Thank you, Sandy. Thank you. We'll talk Friday. We'll talk Friday. I love y'all. Remind me to bring up wealth Friday. Remind me to tell y'all something about me going into slavery Friday. I got to go. I love y'all. Yes, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. Good night. Please share this video with one person that you like, one person that you hate. And I'll see y'all Friday. Bye. Bye.